Howdy everybody, thanks for watching. Couple of firsts here. My first time attempting to remove the backing plate on an old GE fan motor. First time trying also to record it so that it's watchable. I don't know how much success I'm going to have. The idea is that you drill into the plate so that you can pry the plate off. As you can see, it's pressed in and you can feel the edges, but I don't have anything sharp enough to get in there and pry this out. I'd love to just pry it out from the side, but I don't know if that's really possible with the tools I have anyway. So that's the plan. I've picked a size of drill bit that I'm going to use, and I might use one of my picks to punch a spot to start at, and you kind of want to do it up here at the top so that later when the motor is mounted this way, which is the way it's supposed to be mounted, your oiling port is kind of at the top as it would be in a motor that had an oiling port. So here we go. We're going to see if we can film this for you as we go. Let's see how we do. Okay, we've made a little bit of a dent there. All right, we're doing all right. Okay, we're close. Pushing down in little pulses because I don't really want to go through. We're getting there. There we go, went through. All right. Right, here's our work area. We're taking precautions. Obviously the motor's unplugged when you're doing something like this. I've got the motor fully disassembled, but whenever you're working on anything electronic, always unplug it. It's always got to be unplugged, right? You know that already. So I have my lamp here, and I was able to come straight in and drill down slowly. You noticed I really tried to take my time on that, almost imagining that you were acting as a milling machine or a drill press. And we have a nice, even hole. Now, will we be able to remove this thing as easily as that was? Who knows? But at least we've got our hole drilled. If the point of this weren't to practice pulling and doing the bearing and everything, we just leave it like this, and this motor in particular is in pretty good shape. At least seems to spin down pretty nice. So this one, really, you could just oil it. But the point of this is to practice this process. So we're gonna pull this thing. I'm gonna look for a tool that'll get in there and do the job. And we'll see what happens. All right, not sure how much of this you'll be able to see. I have a long screwdriver here with a silly little handle. Might be able to use this to pry this way. It seems to fit in vertically. It does not fit in at an angle, which really is what we need. We might have to make this hole bigger. I'd rather not do that, so we're going to see if we can get this to move this way. We don't want to break this in here and have it be stuck, and we don't want it to break and hurt our hand. I have some gloves here I'm going to put on. I bought these for exactly this kind of purpose. Not moving. No movement. Nope. All right. Next idea. All right, last summer I bought this weird tool, which is probably some sort of a can opener, for $1 at a yard sale. Who knows what it's really for, and I doubt this is hardened in any way, but this certainly would fit in there pretty nice, wouldn't it? It's probably going to bend. Maybe, yeah, it's bending. So this isn't a hardened material. But maybe we can use this side to pry It's just making a groove. It's just getting bent. Alright, so far we're not having much luck moving this. Yeah, that's what we don't want. We don't want to break anything off in there. Alright, next idea. Alright, how about an Allen wrench? Allen wrench is usually pretty rigid. Let's see what kind of pressure it takes. Let's see. No, you could feel it bending. Nope. What about the other side? I'll try and pry it the other way. I'll try and pry it this way. It might be a little more rigid. Nope. Nothing's moving. Hoping to pull it at an angle. Nope, we're not getting any movement. That's pretty stuck in there, as you would imagine. Okay, next idea. All right, I got a few more ideas. I got a smaller of these kind of screwdrivers. Again, I'm not sure if this is really hardened. We can try and pry on it with that. I'm just trying to pull it without hurting myself or breaking this lamp, whatever. Right, so see if we can. Try a few different angles. What's really happening is we're sort of bending. This is sort of pulling out, and maybe as you deform this, it becomes looser. That seems to be what's happening. All right. We're going to keep turning and bending this thing and see if we can get it to want to pop out. It's making a bit of a sound. You can hear that it's bending shape. It's not doing anything. This ain't going nowhere. All right, we're still at the drawing board here, really. Trying to get this thing out of there. No movement whatsoever. If the other ones are anything like this, this could definitely be a losing battle. All right. That's also all I've succeeded in doing so far is sort of bending that aluminum plate here to there, but you can see it's raising a little bit in the corner here. So maybe it wants to come out. I want to try now using a little leverage on it. I apologize if you can't see what I'm doing. You might not be able to. Because I'm using these gloves trying to protect my hands. I have goggles on, all that kind of stuff. So let's see if we can. All right, we got some movement. It's getting loose, but I don't know to what end. So I don't know if you could see, but we have a little bit of movement along the edge here. which is promising. But it's just because this thing's bending. Doesn't mean that it's getting loose so far. We'll try it the other way. Maybe a little back and forth. Get a little more out of this seal here. There we go. We're close now. Okay, so we got, if you can see, through bending this, we got it, now we got it moving. I'm just going to pry it in the outer end. And there we go, popped out. All right, so as we look at this one, my seal came out in 2 pieces. 1, 2. Is it normal to find 2 seals? I don't know. And then the second thing is there's no felt in here at all, which is weird. I expected to find a felt in the back of the motor housing here. There should be a big C-shaped felt that sort of fits all the way around. So that's weird. So now we're going to see if we can get the C-clip off and pull the bearing out of the motor and take a look at that. And then we'll clean it and oil it, and we'll see what happens next.